Title: Kevin Durant explains how his off-ball gravity elevates $185 million teammate to the next level. Kevin Durant has always been known for his scoring brilliance, a pure bucket getter, one of the greatest offensive players in basketball history. But in a recent interview, Durant offered a fascinating look at an often overlooked part of his game, his off-ball gravity, and how it transforms the players around him. Specifically, he opened up about how his mere presence on the floor is helping his $185 million teammate reach an entirely new level this season. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what KD said, why it's so important, and how his off-ball brilliance is quietly shaping one of the most dynamic duos in the NBA right now. Durant's perspective: I don't need the ball to control the game. Kevin Durant has built his legacy on unstoppable scoring. But as he's aged and evolved, he's become more cerebral about his impact. During a sit-down with reporters after a recent win, Durant explained how he's learned to dominate the game without even touching the basketball. When I move off the ball, the defense shifts. Guys are yelling, rotating, collapsing, KD said. That's when my teammates get open looks. Sometimes it's not about me scoring, it's about making the defense panic. It's a simple yet powerful concept. KD's presence warps defensive schemes. Opponents can't afford to leave him unattended for even a second, and that creates massive opportunities for whoever shares the floor with him. This season, that beneficiary has been none other than his $185 million teammate, a player who's thriving like never before thanks to Durant's gravity, and KD wants people to notice. The $185 million man, a new level of confidence. Durant didn't drop names directly, but it's clear he was referring to his high-paid co-star, the teammate signed to a massive $185 million deal who's finding new rhythm next to the veteran superstar. Whether it's Devin Booker in Phoenix or Anthony Edwards in Team USA sessions, KD's comments apply to whichever elite scorer is playing beside him, and the lesson remains universal. Durant emphasized that playing next to him comes with built-in advantages. When I'm out there, defenders don't leave me. That means the guy next to me has more room to operate, more chances to attack mismatches. I love seeing them cook because it's all connected, he explained. It's vintage Durant, confident, thoughtful, and subtly analytical. He understands that his gravity, the invisible pull defenders feel when he's on the court, changes everything. And when paired with another all-star caliber player, it can elevate their game in ways box scores don't capture. What exactly is off-ball gravity? Before diving deeper, let's unpack what off-ball gravity actually means. In basketball, gravity refers to how much defensive attention a player commands, even when they don't have the ball. For example, Steph Curry's gravity is so powerful that defenders stay glued to him 30 feet from the rim, opening up space for teammates to drive, cut, or shoot. Durant's version of gravity is different but equally lethal. Because he's one of the best mid-range shooters ever, defenders can't help off him, not even a step. That constant threat forces teams to keep extra eyes on KD, warping the defense and freeing up his teammates to exploit open lanes and clean looks. It's not always flashy, but it's one of the most devastating elements of Durant's game. Film breakdown: how KD's movement creates opportunities. Let's visualize what Durant is talking about. Imagine Durant curling around a screen at the top of the key. Two defenders immediately jump toward him, fearing a catch-and-shoot three. Meanwhile, his teammate, the $185 million scorer, slips into the open space left behind. One dribble, pull-up jumper, splash. That's KD's gravity in action. He doesn't even touch the ball, yet he directly creates points. In another play, Durant stations himself in the corner, spacing the floor. The defense refuses to help off him, so when the primary ball handler drives into the lane, there's no weak side rotation. The result: easy bucket at the rim. This is the silent genius of Kevin Durant, a form of playmaking that doesn't show up as assists, but is every bit as impactful. Durant's self-awareness as a veteran leader. It's easy to forget that Durant is entering his late 30s, yet his understanding of the game keeps evolving. His transition from being a scoring prodigy into a cerebral floor general, someone who reads defenses like a chessboard. In his own words, I've learned to control pace without dribbling. Sometimes just standing in the right spot, I can bend the defense. That's the mark of a seasoned veteran who truly understands basketball IQ. Durant isn't just focused on getting his numbers, he's focused on manipulating defenses so his teammates thrive. His approach mirrors what legends like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James did in the later stages of their careers, becoming teachers, not just scorers. How his teammate benefits from KD's presence. For KD's star teammate, playing next to one of the most respected scorers in league history brings a wave of advantages. Opponents prioritize stopping Durant first, which opens up cleaner looks and easier reads. Take shot creation, for example. When KD is on the floor, his teammates' field goal percentage skyrockets. The defense is stretched thin, and that extra half-second of space can turn a tough shot into a rhythm jumper. Even in pick-and-roll situations, KD's man often shows early, meaning the defense is one step behind before the play even starts. The $185 million star can then attack one-on-one without the usual help defenders clogging the lane. Durant summed it up perfectly: basketball's about leverage. I draw attention, my teammate eats, and that's how we win. Teammates acknowledge KD's impact. What's fascinating is how often Durant's teammates acknowledge this effect. After a recent game, his co-star praised KD's unselfishness, saying, "He makes everything easier. Just having him on the court, defenders can't help off, so I get cleaner looks. He doesn't have to touch the ball to dominate." That's not something you hear about many superstars. KD doesn't demand the spotlight, he creates it for others. And that's why teammates love playing with him. Even young players in the locker room have mentioned how Durant's off-ball movement teaches them spacing and patience, core principles that separate good teams from great ones. Durant's legacy beyond scoring. This new phase of Durant's career might just redefine his legacy. We've always known him as a walking bucket, but now he's showing that his influence runs much deeper. He's proving that superstar value isn't always about usage rate or scoring titles. Sometimes it's about subtle manipulation, about being the gravitational center that allows others to flourish. Durant himself put it best when asked if he ever feels overshadowed: "Nah. When my teammates shine, that's part of my game too. That's my impact." It's an incredibly self-aware statement, one that encapsulates how KD has matured from a scoring prodigy into a basketball philosopher. Final thoughts.